Hey there YouTube, Bad Fat Panda here. I have another match for you guys today. It is a team deathmatch on Underpass that I had a very long time ago. This match was, I don't know, just sitting in my hard drive, and it was a pretty decent match. I go 26-2, so that's a 13 KD. And I am using a UMP. I'm sorry, but I'm only using it for like 5 or 6 kills. And then I go about my merry way. I'm not using stopping power with it. This was still in my kit back when I was recording this match. I was like 47 prestige, so that's about 6 days play to go. Yeah, so I'm using cold-blooded. I like to use cold-blooded and rush around with an SMG on underpass. It's like what I like to do. I'm using flashbangs probably because I was just trying them out just to see whether I liked them or stuns better. I do prefer stuns, especially for SMG. Actually, I would say especially for LMG because of the draw time, the movement speed decrease penalty toward the 87.5%. Of your 100% max running speed by using an LMG is also applied to using your stun grenades as well. So think about that the next time you use flash grenades for an LMG class. Sorry. And as far as other crap I wanted to talk about, this gameplay will be playing in the background for a bit. Don't really need to talk about it much. I am using the USB silence as my secondary, trying to get the akimbos. And yeah. So I do pick up a lot of different weapons this match, which is another reason why I don't mind uploading it as a UMP footage. So, having said that, there's a lot to talk about. A lot has happened in the past week since I have talked to you last, as I uploaded Agent 702 as commentary on Saturday, I believe it was. And yeah, most notably in the U.S. World Cup, in accordance with the U.S. and their going-ons in the World Cup. Congratulations for getting to the quarterfinals! Yay, everybody's happy. That was a pretty epic win in added time. That was pretty sick goal. Sorry guys, to missing out on the quarterfinal match versus Ghana. I have to say that Ghana just deservedly won that game. They beat us fair and square. They really played and won the first half and the extra time. U.S. really only played to their potential, in my eyes, in the second half, and really couldn't capitalize on any of the shots that they took, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. So usually when U.S. is out, and they're usually out, I was surprised that they got to the quarterfinal. I was also surprised after they got to the quarterfinal that they lost to Ghana. Sort of saddened by that, but whatever. I usually switch over to the German boat because my grandmother's off the boat, and I've been to Germany a couple times, been all around their parts. And yeah, so that match versus England, that was a fun match to watch. There really wasn't much bullshit to go on. They weren't being divas and drawing the penalties that much because the game sort of got out of hand pretty quickly for England. They definitely capitalized though on a couple opportunities that they got in counters, and Germany was doing the same. English defense really wasn't the greatest that game, and I know I'm sorry. I know I have a lot of English people that watch these games, and I know it's a sore subject to discuss right now, but Rooney certainly did make an impact as well, which I can understand. It's one player, but they do have Lampard's goal. If he would have made that, if that would have been, he did make it. I saw it, but even before the replay, that it went in, and I was like, what the fuck, when the ref called it not. But now you know how the U.S. felt. Sorry. But I really felt that would have probably been one of the top highlights of this World Cup if that had gone in. Going from an 2-0 loss to equalizing it in probably 3 minutes, where one of those minutes is celebration, cause for celebration, and glee. But that was a shame. So 4-2, it's still an unfortunate loss. Germany definitely played the better game. As for kill streaks here, don't know why, but I'm running 7-9-11. And I'm just waiting to get my AC-130 because if you had the possibility to get an AC-130, why wouldn't you wait? So I'm not really camping here. I'm just sort of waiting, trying to get out of the line of fire until I get this one kill. And it's not coming. Oh, there we go. So continue on my merry way, killing folk. Let's see. Something else I wanted to discuss is... well, I had a couple things. I won't have time to get to them all, but one of the ones I did want to get to is I received Game Informer magazine. I don't know, EB decided to give me Game Informer monthly to thank me for being an Edge card member. So I was cool with that. That's all right. But it's one thing that I do read all the articles in there, and one of the articles that they had was Roger Ebert. If you're familiar with the renowned film critic, you will understand that he is known on and off for being a douchebag, and this time his douchebaggery had got him to proclaim in a blog post that video games were not art, and that video games will never be art, and they will never deserve his time. And I have a couple problems with that statement. I wanted to know what you guys thought. I wanted to know if you guys had any opinions on the matter. But I think that if you've been following video games for a while, as I have, certainly not as long as some, but I certainly have my say in the matter. I'm 20 years old now and I've been playing. And my AC-130 doesn't get me a single fucking kill. It gives me like 1 or 2, I think. But that's just pitiful. I hate this spawn. Team deathmatch spawns are all over the place, and it chooses this goddamn spawn. Whatever. So yeah, there are a lot of games that would make me feel that they would be deserved of something to be called art in other mediums. I mean, still TV shows really aren't considered art or an art form. But when you look at Lost, if you followed all 6 seasons, you'll understand that basically art is meant to move you in some emotional way, and certainly the finale to following a television series that was so just effed up, whacked to shit in its plot formation, and then see it all come together at the end was amazing for me. I'm not really an emotional guy, but that season finale was great in my eyes, and really it sort of, there are a lot of turning points for TV shows, film, and such, and I think that was really one to turn the tide in how people view television series as an art form from now on. But still video games. But I mean, you look at games like Shadow of the Colossus, and which was a game that if any of you guys had it for the PS2, if you haven't and you still have the old PS3 or the PS2 that has backwards compatibility, I would highly suggest getting it. It is an awesome game. The scope of the game is amazing. The graphics in the game were astounding for the time. And you're fighting these monstrous golems or colossi, but basically just these giant beings made of metal and such, and you have to kill every single one of them because of a deal made with the devil, and that's really emotionally gripping at times. And another game that I thought that didn't make it in their list, but that I thought definitely conceived the notion that games should be considered art is Red Dead Redemption. I know it's a game more recently out, and holy hell, Commando Lunge, did you see that? I felt bad for that guy, and I'm teabagging him because he had commando. Damn straight I'm going to teabag you. And, sorry, another thing, in the end of Red Dead Redemption, you get to a point where, and I'm not going to spoil the ending for those of you who have not seen it yet, but it's gripping, it's emotionally gripping. I felt that it moved me in a way, because A, I wasn't expecting it. It broke the game mold that so many video games take place in, with this like fairy tale ending type of story. And I mean, it goes through the process of making that emotional bond with your family, and then at the end sort of pulls it out from under you. And it was a great ending, and I felt truly that could be depicted in a film, and it would be considered art. It was great. If you have any opinion on the matter, please write a note in the comment section. And so yeah, I mean, this commentary is coming to an end. We don't actually get to. I go 26-2, and yet we fail to actually get 7,500 kills. And at the end, I'm like running around trying to get like 11 kills really quickly, but it's not going to happen. So if you like this, comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you to everybody coming over from GoldGlove's channel, and peace out. Enjoy the rest of your week.